right, good morning, guys. I just wanted to hop on real quick and explain to you about the Jot Thought this week. Um, I thought that when I cut back on the amount of digital journals that you needed to do, that your responses would get better, and they have not. They have gotten worse. Um, so here's what we need to kind of address. There are about 12 school days left until the end of the year. Okay. If we were in school, you would be reading every single day, 20 minutes. No doubt, no questions asked. We did it every single day since the very beginning of school. If you got done with your assignment, you got done with a quiz, what did you do? You got a book out and you read. So the fact that so many of you are clearly not reading at all, when I'm only asking you to read literally twice a week, it's a problem. And the reason that it's a problem is that if you continue to not practice reading, your comprehension and your ability as a seventh grade reader is going to go backwards. And you don't want that. Okay. So we don't have FSA testing this year to prove what you know, but you will have it next year. And if you don't continue to practice reading, I can guarantee you your scores in eighth grade will be worse than your scores in sixth grade. And we don't want that. Okay. I'm not asking you to read every single day. I'm not asking you to read pages and pages and pages. I mean, it's usually about 10 pages. I'm asking you to read on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I give you Fridays to get caught up if you fell behind. That is not asking too much. Okay. So if you have not been reading, and I know who you are because you're trying really hard to make it seem like you've been reading, I don't care at this point. Okay. I just want you to pick up wherever you left off. If you never started the book, start it. I don't care if you don't ever finish it. I want you to read for the next 12 school days, please. Whenever I'm assigning you reading, you need to be reading. Okay. So what you're looking at here is Jot Thought. So this was one from last week. The way that I'm going to change the Jot Thoughts this week is you go in, you answer your question. So you'll see here that this student answered. This was their answer for Tuesday. I will go in sometime Tuesday night or sometime during Wednesday, and I'll read your response, and I will respond back to you. I might ask you questions that you need to answer. I might ask you some things that I want you to explain. Whatever I'm putting here is going to be based on your answer up here for Tuesday. Okay. And then that will be whatever I'm asking you to explain or asking you to answer here will be what you do for Thursday. So I will not post another question for you to answer on Thursday. You're going to answer whatever I'm asking you to answer here. Okay. And then we're just going to continue with this. It's going to end up being a book talk. Basically, we are going to have communication back and forth about what you are reading. Okay. If you haven't read, like I said, I don't care at this point. It doesn't matter to me. If you're 20 chapters behind, I don't care. Just pick the book up, open it up on your computer, your phone, your tablet, whatever, and just start reading something. Please prove to me that you are reading something. There is a very good possibility that this book talk journaling is going to turn into either a quiz or a test grade for you. We do not have a test grade in the grade book right now. And the other two ELA teachers have decided to give a big sort of end of the quarter project. I really didn't want to do that to you because based on the kind of quality of the work that you've been doing, I was afraid that it might destroy your grades even worse. So I am considering using this in place of it. So if you can prove to me and show me that you are reading through your explaining and through these Jot Thoughts, this will be a good way to actually help your grade. So I wanted to kind of show you just really quickly what a decent response looks like. So this was a question from last week. It was just explain one thing you're currently wondering about your book and why. So here's a student example. I'm wondering why the Plague Patrol left an X with a line through it on the door of Day's family. I'm also wondering what he is going to do about it. I can assume that it means someone in his family is sick, but who? It would be really sad if it's one of his family members. Maybe the different X actually means that everyone in the house is safe and not sick. Although when Day saw it, he definitely reacted in a negative way, so I think it is something bad. The author does a good job of creating suspense because now I really want to know what it means. So this student's response, it's not super long. It's not, a huge, big, long paragraph. But I can tell that this student read and that they understood and that they've thought about what they read. And that's all I'm asking for you to do. And then here's an example of how I would respond. So my answer back is good answer. I like how you explained and elaborated. Today, I want you to predict what Day will do if someone in his family is sick. We know that he takes care of them in secret. How can he help them if they think he is dead? Also, explain why Day's family thinks he is dead. So I'm asking this student specific questions. I'm asking them specific things that I want them to explain to me. And then that's what they're going to do when they go back in and they do their response for Thursday. So they answer back. If someone in Day's family is sick, I predict that he will do anything he can to help them. I already know that he is wanted by the government for committing crimes. I think that he would gladly commit another one if it meant that he could help his family. I know that in this society, only rich people can go to the hospital. I think that is really messed up and unfair, but maybe there is some kind of cure that he can get to help whoever might be sick. Also, I don't understand why poor people can't go to the doctor. What kind of government just lets its own people die like that? If Day can figure out a way to help his family, it will have to be secret because they think he is dead. The reason they think he is dead is to keep them safe. If the government knew who his family was, they might try to hurt or torture them to get to Day. It is best that they do not know. So this student went back in and they looked at the questions that I asked them and they elaborated a little bit more. They made some predictions. They did some explaining. This would get this student an A. It's not a ton of writing. They wrote one paragraph here and a little bit longer of a paragraph here, but that would get this student an A. Easy A. All you have to do is read and answer my questions. It's really not that much work. So this is what this is going to look like from now until the end of school. This is how these jot thoughts are going to work. They're not optional. I don't know where that became a thing where you guys just stopped doing them altogether. They are required. You need to do them. The group sheet, if you want to get a better grade, do it. The Zoom meeting, if you want a better grade, go to that. But the jot thoughts are required. You don't want to take zeros for that. It's a dumb thing to get a 0 for. If you're unclear about any of this or you need me to explain further to you, please send me a message through Remind or you can send me an email. I hope this helps to kind of clarify what I'm looking for. And I hope that you, if you haven't been reading, that you get started. I'm not going to hold it against you if you haven't read anything yet, but we're running out of time and you don't want a whole bunch of zeros put in the grade book right before grades close. You won't have a chance to fix them, and some of you are in danger of failing. So this would not be the time to take a bunch of zeros. Like I said, if you have questions, let me know.